the Roman emperors were the most powerful men alive. You'd think they died in glorious battles or peacefully in their sleep. Yeah, not even close. It all kicked off with the guy who basically built the empire, Julius Caesar. The man crossed the Rubicon, conquered Gaul, and reshaped Rome forever. On the Ides of March in 44 BC, he walked into the Senate and got jumped by a bunch of senators he thought were his allies. They stabbed him 23 times. He fought back until he saw Brutus, one of his closest friends, coming at him. Some say he just pulled his toga over his face and gave up. The guy who changed history died bleeding out on the Senate floor, betrayed by the people he trusted most. And that was only the beginning. Caligula took things to a whole new level of crazy. He declared himself a living god, made his horse a senator, and ruled with pure madness. In 41 AD, his own Praetorian Guard had enough. They cornered him in a palace hallway and stabbed him over and over. Then they went after his wife and young daughter too, just to be thorough. His body was left there rotting until someone finally moved it. The emperor who thought he was divine died screaming like any other man. You'd hope it got better after that. It didn't. Nero is the one everyone remembers for fiddling while Rome burned. Whether he actually started the fire or not, he definitely took advantage of it. When the Senate finally turned on him and declared him an enemy of the state, Nero realized the game was over. He panicked, crying, "What an artist dies in me!" before his secretary had to help him push a dagger into his own throat. The man who caused so much destruction died scared and alone, abandoned by almost everyone. The cycle just kept repeating. Commodus thought he was the reincarnation of Hercules. He fought as a gladiator in the arena and demanded to be worshipped like a god. In 192 AD, his own inner circle had had enough. He was strangled in his bath by his wrestling partner. The so-called god emperor died naked and helpless in the water, taken out by the people closest to him. By the 3rd century, things got completely chaotic. Emperors were rising and falling so fast, it was hard to keep track. Many were murdered by their own troops or bodyguards. Some were handed over to enemies and executed in the most humiliating ways imaginable. One poor guy was even skinned alive and stuffed like a trophy. The average reign lasted just a few years. The empire was basically eating itself alive. Even the good ones couldn't escape it. Constantine the Great is remembered as the emperor who legalized Christianity and brought some stability back. But in 337 AD, right after being baptized, he suddenly fell ill and died. Rumors quickly spread that he'd been poisoned by members of his own family who were already fighting over who would take the throne. Even the man who changed Rome's religion couldn't avoid the knives in the dark. And then came the pathetic ending. Romulus Augustulus was only 16 years old when he became the last Western Roman emperor. In 476 AD, a barbarian king simply removed him from power. No big battle, no dramatic last stand, just a kid being quietly sent into exile. The once mighty Roman Empire didn't go out with a bang. It ended with a whimper. These are just some of the ways the legendary Roman emperors really died. The most powerful men in the ancient world, and so many of them ended up betrayed, stabbed, strangled, or quietly discarded like they were nothing. Which emperor's death surprised you the most? Let me know in the comments. If you want more dark history like this, hit like, share the video, and subscribe so you don't miss the next one. Thanks for watching. Stay curious, and remember, power is never as safe as it looks.